Why the internet has suddenly turned against Khaby Lame. Hate explained. Khaby Lame is a social media influencer who was born in Senegal on March 9, 2000. He is of Italian and Senegalese descent and is commonly known for his silent comedy performances that he posts on TikTok. Upon reaching the age of 1, he relocated to Chivasso, Italy with his family, where they settled into a public housing neighborhood. Lame was employed as a CNC machine operator in a plant close to Turin previous to his rise to popularity. Nevertheless, he was terminated from his position in March 2020 as a result of the COVID-19 epidemic. Lame started posting on TikTok after he was let off from his job. At first, he shared videos of himself dancing and playing video games. Through his one-of-a-kind method of discreetly critiquing overly difficult life hack videos, he achieved international notoriety. He did this by employing expressive facial gestures and a characteristic hand movement to highlight easier answers. This content that connected with people all over the world led to a lightning-fast surge in the number of people who followed him. Lame surpassed Charli D'Amelio to become the most followed creator on TikTok by the time June 2022 rolled around. Lame had over 142 million followers at that point. Many people believe that his success might be related to his genuineness and global appeal. He places an emphasis on straightforwardness and comedy, and he does not require interaction. In addition to his presence on the internet, Lame has formed partnerships with a number of different brands and participated in advertising campaigns, one of which was a multi-year engagement with Hugo Boss in the year 2022. In addition, he has been a part of events such as the Venice Film Festival and was a member of the jury for the television show Italia's Got Talent in the year 2022-2023. The journey that Lame took from being a factory worker to being a social media superstar all over the world is a good example of the power that creativity and relatability have in the modern era. The comment area of Khaby Lame has become quite harsh in recent times. It is insane to fall off. Your time has come to an end, dude. In the span of just a few short months, all of these phrases have surfaced, including, "Put the fries in the bag." Why is it that this TikToker, who is generally liked by his audience, has all of a sudden lost their trust in him? According to a different comment that reads, "Why did we make him the most followed person on TikTok?" Many are beginning to believe that he does not truly deserve to be among the most followed individuals on the platform. He gained 162 million followers by repeating a relatively simple formula. Locate funny videos of people spending too much effort on the most basic chores, then illustrate how to accomplish it in a far easier way. Can't believe he got that big just from reacting to humans being dumb. Khaby Lame himself has been quoted as saying, "My videos are easy and simple, but getting to the point where they are simple was very difficult." During his first month on TikTok, he only had 9 views and 2 followers, and his following only increased to 4,300 when he posted an insane amount of content. I was posting like 6 or 7 videos a day. Skits were his primary form of content, and they were widely relatable. Yet they were restricted due to a language barrier, as Khaby Lame could only communicate in Italian. It is not clear to me what he is trying to convey. Please have someone interpret it for me. Your films are fantastic, but would you be able to make them available in English? As a result, Khaby came up with a straightforward solution. He would only create videos in which he did not have to speak. Because it is not spoken, it is considered a universal language. Every child and every person in the world can watch the video and find a source of amusement simply by looking at the pictures. Unfortunately, Khaby was now essentially restricted to making fun of embarrassing videos. Although this worked wonderfully well as he began to celebrate milestone after milestone, 300,000, 400,000, 600,000, while his ability to discreetly clown on others only got better and better, he began taking movies that were already viral and adding an unexpected stitch to make it even hilarious. This turned out to be a very successful strategy. This resulted in his first video that went viral for real, in which he ridiculed a female for having a hairstyle that did not exist. After Khaby criticized another TikToker for his peculiar shaving video, he received an additional 60 million views, which led to the audience's admiration for him growing at an ever-increasing rate. When he joked about a factory worker eating his chocolates, this number increased to 130 million, which is a significant increase. On the other hand, it was this video that completely altered the course of his life. By making fun of the ridiculous life hack, he was able to garner 250 million views, which he then repeated in 4 further videos that followed a similar idea. All of a sudden, every video was receiving at least 30 million views, and some of the most prominent soccer players were imitating his skills. Khaby was said to be the wisest man who ever lived because, as the expression goes, you say so much without saying anything. On the 22nd of February, he celebrated reaching 1 million followers, and by the 23rd of May, he had reached 50 million followers at that point. Some were dissatisfied with Khaby Lame's prominence, even though that person referred to this as a significant failure for TikTok. Taking into consideration the questions, 46.2 million followers for what? And 8.8 million likes for what? Component placement, many had the impression that there was an excessive amount of compensation for an insufficient amount of effort, which frequently results in a person getting loathed. Take, for instance, the girl representing Houthi. People despise her not because she is impolite or a terrible person. Rather, they dislike her because her success is not something that she has earned. The viewers could have a similar impression of Khaby if they did not know his background on the platform. They might think of him as a low-effort TikTok who makes $750,000 each post for holding out his hands in a video that is only 20 seconds long. By doing nothing, Khaby managed to amass more than 100 million followers, which is the primary joke. A member posted the following on the subreddit that is dedicated to opinions that are not widely held. Khaby Lame is boring, not funny, predictable, low effort, and famous just because he uses the content of other people. There are a few high-quality videos on his TikTok account, but most of his videos are low effort. Indeed, he is not deserving of the recognition that he is currently receiving. It's not that I have anything against the guy, it's just that some people put in a lot of work but are unable to get through. Say no to racism, Khaby wrote in a straightforward Instagram story, which he accompanied by a separate video in which he demonstrated his willingness to assist a white individual in pulling a sword out of the ground. It was accompanied by the statement, "In a racist society, it's not enough to be non-racist, we must be anti-racist." However, after this, Khaby created a new article, which read as follows. I'm seeing a lot of comments where people say that I unfollowed you because you took part in this video. Guys, I don't mind at all. As we get closer to the year 2022, people continue to engage in racist behavior because they have nothing else to do with their lives. You don't have to follow me anymore. Your hearts are more important to me than the figures, and I don't care about them. After this, another post was published with the following message. Instead of wasting your time writing negative comments and criticizing, try to help people. Even though this controversy did not end until it was overtaken by a completely new story, comments began to surface on his videos, including the following. I hope this man beats Charlie. In comparison to Charlie, Khaby possessed a greater amount of talent, and I have a feeling that he might pass Charlie. The person with the most followers on TikTok was Charli D'Amelio, but Khaby was just behind her with only 4 million fewer followers than she did. As a consequence, the possibility of Charli losing her title emerged, which led to a conflict between the two creators. People started coming up with plans to make Khaby the most followed of all the celebrities. If you want to help, start commenting Khaby to #1 on every video that you see on your FYP. Many of Charli's followers reacted negatively, commenting, there is no possibility that people truly support Khaby. It is a fact that he is both racist and sexist. He criticizes people's bodies. We are all well aware that if Charli were to commit any of these offenses, it would be the end of her professional career. A different video provided the following commentary. So basically, Khaby did something so bad that he body-shamed a girl. On the other hand, what exactly were these TikToks talking about? It has come to our attention that a user account known as Canceling Khaby Lame has re-uploaded one of his films with the description, "Why is this man obsessed with body-shaming girls?" It displayed 3 instances of Khaby's inappropriate behavior with women, and it was accompanied by a video of him making a joke about the physical appearance of a man who was overweight. Following this, people found out that Khaby had been instructing women to wash the dishes, which led to headlines in mainstream news outlets and a significant amount of backlash. Body-shaming could not be more repulsive. This is extremely impolite of you. It's hard for me to believe that he would do that. Before the day was done, Khaby had lost 400,000 followers as a direct consequence of this. Khaby was able to reclaim 1.5 million followers the very following day, which paradoxically helped him become the most followed TikToker. This occurred even though people had eventually realized what was going on, which was that they were canceling Khaby because he was set to surpass Charlie. Even though Khaby Lame's reputation has been steadily deteriorating ever since that day, Bro disappeared from my FYP after he became the most followed on TikTok. According to him, he has not been on my FYP ever since he passed Charlie. Additionally, Noah Glenn C has taken notice of him because he has had virtually little activity since he became #1, as if he had never even bothered to create a video in which he celebrated or acknowledged the fact that he had been the most followed TikTok for the occasion. In addition, ever since he became the most popular, he has only posted once or twice a week. According to what was stated, Khaby went from publishing 6 or 7 films every day to rarely posting anything at all. Instead, he started by saying, "I want to be in the film industry. This is the primary goal that I have. Ever since I was a kid, I've had the desire to make movies," he said, almost as if he was superior to the people who watched his TikTok videos. It was typically just an advertisement whenever he did release a video. Airbnb, Hugo Boss, and even Facebook were among the brands that Khaby promoted. His audience lost respect for him as a result of the numerous advertisements he ran, which showed disrespect for his viewers. The man used to be very well known. What caused my brother to be forgotten? When people started sharing TikToks, they said things like, "Maturing is coming to terms with the fact that Khaby Lame was never funny, and that the entire race for him to Charlie was not only lame, but also broke." That Khaby Lame was not even humorous is something that we can all agree on. All we wanted was for him to surpass Charli D'Amelio in terms of followers, which resulted in nearly 1 million likes all by itself. "I mean, there were times when he was low-key funny, but it got old real quick," Khaby said, alluding to the next issue that Khaby will face. As early as the year 2021, individuals were already expressing their belief that it is the same thing every single time. "I am completely aware of the events that are going to take place in these filthy videos. Honestly, Khaby's videos were funny at first, but the joke got old after a while. In the beginning he was very funny, but his joke is starting to become old after a while. All he ever does is make videos like these. He never does anything else. The joke has not changed at all, even though it has been 3 years since it was first told. His inability to change the content of his posts has evolved into a lack of progress, which is the reason why the public is so critical of him in comment after comment. In recent times, however, it has been particularly awful. This individual commented on the 14th of August, noting, "Khaby always knows how to keep it simple and hilarious." However, just 2 weeks later, the same individual was now saying, "Just put the fries in the bag, bro." Previously, Khaby Lame made the following statement, "Of course the people will always find something negative to say about you. It seems to me that it's just a normal part of life." It is undeniable that he has reaped some rewards from abandoning his TikTok account. In addition to his part in the films Rack and Bad Boys, he is currently serving as a judge on Italy's Got Talent, and most importantly, he is set to premiere his very own feature film, which is going to be titled Double Oabi. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay informed about the latest in entertainment and media, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Share your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you.